I love it when wisdom speaks. When you're talking about listening, my mom always said that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. And so take that to heart. Murphy, I did write 3 things down. So I put some notes down. I am not a public speaker, although I have done quite a bit of it, but most of my speaking has been done behind a church pulpit. And there you open a Bible up and just holler real loud and everybody just listens. But Murphy asked me if I'd be willing to speak tonight, and I said I'd be honored to. I do want to thank the Lord most of all for allowing me to be here and work for this company. I want to thankful for my wife, who has been with me 24, going on 25 years. And I could not be who I am or where I am if it wasn't for her. And we have 2 wonderful young men at home, and Laramie and Zachary, and some of you have seen them. I'd take them with me anywhere I can because I want them to meet people. I want them to get to know who I work with and the company I work for. And if you asked me 6 years ago that I'd be here tonight, I would have said you're lying. I would never sell a car in my life. And I've got 3 minutes, right, Murphy? Is that what you said, about 3 minutes? So I'll make it quick. I had a construction business for over 20 years, and we had several employees, and those doors began to close, and I needed something to get out. Burns said it, I enjoy work. I enjoy work for work's sake. I love to work. When I go home at night, I work. I do leather work. I do woodworking. I teach my boys that. Work is fun. My dad always taught me you play to work and work to play, and that's what you do. And I told my wife, I said, I got to do something different. I said, I'm killing my family. I'm killing our marriage. I'm killing myself. Summer of 2014, I averaged 92 hours a week in my business. I was never home. And I sat down at my living room chair, and it was midnight on a Friday night, and I got on my phone, and I put an application in for McGrath Auto. I said, I hear them on the radio ads everywhere. I see them on the TV. I said, what can I do? Where could I go wrong? I counseled with 2 different people, my pastor and my father, and they said, there's no shame in selling cars. I said, well, that's not what I've experienced. And but I was determined I was going to sell new cars, not used cars, because used car people are thieves and crooks, but new car people are okay. That was my mentality, so take it or leave it. You can like it or love it. But no, I was honored. Abe called me. I interviewed with Abe, and then I went and met with Burns. And then I went over to Dodge, and I met with Dan Hartman at the time. And he hired me, unbeknownst to why, I don't know. And I went home that night, and I told my wife, I said, I'm not going to make it in that company at all. I said, that's not me. First day there, I'm wearing a cowboy hat. It's cold out. I wear a hat everywhere I go, and they told me I have to take it off. I said, we're really not going to get along now. I mean, the blessing of going to Fleet Commercials, I can wear a hat every day at my desk wherever I go. But anyhow, I began to grow the company, and it was exciting that I was given the opportunity to work with Fleet Commercial. And I know it may seem cliche, but we sell them 20 at a time, and sometimes we do, but it takes maybe 2 years to get that 20-car deal. And everybody up here tonight, it's a testament of how hard you work. Everybody out there that's grown up through the company, it's a testament of how hard you work to become where you're at. But I want to thank the McGrath family because I was raised by Dave and Shauna Smith, who most of you don't know, a lot of you don't know. I've introduced them to some of my managers. Murphy, Johnny's met them. Anthony met my parents. My dad's my hero. My dad gets up at 4 o'clock every morning, goes to bed at midnight every night. He's a workaholic, a work machine. He'd give you the clothes off his back if he was in here tonight. Most genuine person I've ever known in my life. But he told me this. He said, I'm giving you a heritage to carry on. I learned that from my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and I still cherish that heritage. And one thing that I want to take away tonight, if I could, is the McGrath family has given us a heritage that we've been a part of. And when we meet people on the street, when people ask me what I do, I sell for McGrath Commercial and Fleet. First name out of my mouth is McGrath. I'm proud to be able to carry on that heritage. And when I would walk out in public, I would hope and pray that I would never do anything to taint that heritage that I've been given. Yes, it's a job. Yes, I draw a check, but it is an honor for us to carry that heritage on. And we've heard mentorship here tonight, and we've heard people talk about, I want to train, I want to teach, and that is what we should do. We should teach that heritage to the next generation coming up. Because it's not going to be long, and I don't mean this wrong, but we're not going to have a Dick Lynch to sit here and hear wisdom speak. We're going to have those 20-year-olds, and if we don't teach them the right heritage, what is left? And I know many of you in here tonight have been a part of businesses and companies, and you've seen those companies go down because nobody carried on that same vision, that same heritage. I heard Pat say tonight a vision of 2012, and here today, and there's a verse that comes to my mind, and I apologize if you're offended if I quote scripture, but in Proverbs, it says, where there's no vision, the people perish. And I think we can use that sentiment tonight here, and I wrote 3 things, and this is what I wrote. Do the right thing, exceed expectations, and make a difference. And that's what we can do for McGrath next year, 2020. Continue to do the right thing, not just for the customers, but for us as a family, for us and those we work with. Exceed the expectations of not just the customers we work with, but exceed my expectations for tomorrow. Because we're going to go home tonight. We're going to go from 0 to 0. We're starting over the month. We're starting over the year. But the only way we're going to make it back here next year is if we exceed those expectations of what we did this year. And then we're going to make a difference. I'm going to make a difference in my boys' lives tomorrow because I want to get up and be the same father that I've been, but hopefully a better father tomorrow than I was yesterday. A better husband tomorrow than I was yesterday. I make mistakes every day, you make mistakes every day, and the best thing we can do is get up, brush them off. Start tomorrow, because tomorrow is a fresh day with no mistakes in it. So we can go away tonight from BBB, the biggest, baddest, best. Let's do the right thing, exceed expectations, and make a difference. And carry on the McGrath heritage. Thank you.